there's water, and there is many testimonies and sharing among the people, various from being healthy to become more healthier, and people with having diseases to probably a better situation or a better control of the disease. Now come what may, we are still a drop in the ocean. So saying that, definitely we are a drop in the ocean, and whatever knowledge, as madam said very beautifully, that we need to learn every time, and learning is an ongoing process for every one of us until we are alive on this planet earth. As the knowledge what we have been acquiring is only a handful when compared to this ocean of knowledge. So from birth to death, whatever we learn also seems to be only a drop in an ocean. Now when you say drop in an ocean, it means a lot, because we don't realize that we are drop in an ocean. Only when we are told that you are a drop in an ocean, and then you imagine yourself you are a drop in an ocean. Now when you look this, there is something called macrosome, which is a bigger one, and there is something called microsome, which is a smaller one. Now when you look at this universe, there is a macrosome. The universe is a macrosome. Can you see the word A down there? A represents the Almighty, or the person who created, or the creator, or the divine, or God, whatever you want to name. That stands for the A. It is the first letter of our alphabet. So it is number 1. Number 2, you and I as human beings, we are a microsome. So can you see the I in there? So most of us don't realize that the I in us is the one which normally takes us into a situation where we feel I did this, it's my one, it's my money, it's my home, like this we claim actually. But at the end of the day, we all know that this I cannot stay longer. The I goes off. The I disappears. The moment you die on this planet Earth, even people won't even tell your name. They will say when they will remove the body. This is how people will talk, and that is the reality of our life. So we better from the microsome remove that word I, and then we put the word A into it. For that we need to merge with the universe. This is what is the secret of our life. Whatever we do, we need to merge with whatever existing surrounding us. So when you are talking about merging, there are a few things I would like to. Now as you see here, the mother earth is so huge, it's a macrosome, and you as a single entity, you are a microsome, definitely a small droplet in the ocean. When you see that, when you consider your being as a macrosome, what happens to your cell? It becomes a microsome. So like this, there is a lot of micro and macro on this planet Earth. Only thing is, we human beings do not understand, because we never compare ourselves to this massive magnanimous universe which is much bigger, and the way it conducts itself is so beautiful. In fact, in the past 1.5 years with the COVID coming around, and then can you believe the COVID organisms is still there? Nobody can even move or kill it and eradicate it. Nobody can do that. But in reality, it has been there, and it is there living even now at this moment of life. But there are so many human beings who have disappeared from this planet Earth because they couldn't fight this organism. It's a small, what you can't even see with your eyes, such a small organism. But the moment it comes inside, even though it is a microsome, it actually creates whoever you are as a macrosome as nobody. Now this is what is the reality, where we balance ourselves, where you consider as a microsome, where you can consider yourself as a macrosome, plays a very important role. Now water is this Terahertz platform, water is a very beautiful subject we have been talking, and it's a pleasure for me to share this beautiful knowledge, because most of my presentations would be combined with my medical knowledge. Sometimes it will be totally medical information I'll be saying, sometimes it will be more of a general, sometimes it will be motivational, because this is how I feel life is so a combination of many things is what in reality we will enjoy. So coming back to the water here, when you see the ocean is a macrosome, but when you see one drop of water, it becomes a microsome. But every drop of water, whatever you consume, plays a very, very important role in your journey of life, because it carries, you know what, something called information. It carries the information. Now what kind of information? All this, as I go through, will be able to. Now every drop of water communicate with each other. Isn't it so beautiful? But many of us staying in the same house, we won't be talking to each other. There are a lot of people like that. You know, couples don't talk to each other. The father doesn't talk to the child. You know, this has been, we are all so called, you can consider as a macrosome or a microsome, but whatever it is, you need to communicate. Now, communication plays such an important role that our journey can blend. So it's basically blending yourself from micro to macro. It becomes easy. You have to take out that I and put an A into it, and then you become all in all, and then you become that beautiful spirit of everything in you, the A. So what happens is, in that, mind permeates matter. Now we all have a mind. Animals do have a mind, but the mind what a human being have is something more beautiful, more evolved, and it's much more beautiful because we are able to, you know, express our feelings, express through our thoughts and words and actions. Whereas the same thing, for example, if you are looking at a particular, maybe a fish, how a fish is going to come and say you, I love you, even though you are going in water, but still there are ways they would be able to express their love. Like for example, a dolphin, the moment you go near it, it can just come caress you and then move out. No, there is a way of expressing the love. That's the way the universe has manufactured a lot of things. Only thing, we human beings, what has happened is, using our mind, we start restricting ourselves, saying that why should I love that person, and why should I be lovable, or why should I express my this one to that person? He doesn't express, I shouldn't do that. So most of the time we try to prevent ourselves from going further and merging with the other people. Now thoughts manifest themselves. These are all beautiful things, and in this, today I'm going to share that this experiments has been done in Germany by Dr. Bern, and this guy has done a lot of studies, and he has been using the dark field microscope to see every droplet, to see how it expresses itself. And can you believe the magnification what he used in this dark field microscope is almost 400 times. And it's amazing the way he has done the research. I would show you in my next few slides. Now what is happening is, whether you know it or not, there are many souls working on nature and its miracle. Now would you like to see this miracle of nature, the creation? Everything is so beautiful. Only thing is, we are also engrossed in our day-to-day living and day-to-day earning money and day-to-day acquiring things for our own self, be it your home or be it you're increasing your bank balance. We are all, it's nothing wrong, we all have to do that. But at the same time, when you look back and see what kind of contribution have you given to this, what kind of droplet are you on this platform, wherein are you able to give one drop of beautiful journey to another beautiful soul? It can be in the form of expressing love, it can be in the form of giving free water to them, it can be so many ways. Now what do we do? But here, when you see on the left side, what you see is Dr. Palak, who has done a lot of research on the fourth phase of water, that's H3O2, and it's called the easy water. He has done a lot of research, and then there's a lot of beautiful information he has given. And to his left, what you see is, this guy is the one, Dr. Bern, and the other lady is Regina. Now these guys have been doing a lot of research on water molecule, and it's amazing to see that there are so many things which we cannot see with our eyes, but these beautiful souls have shown it in the form of a photograph, which we definitely in our lifetime, we wouldn't have spent our lifetime to do all this research, and they have already done it. So our job is just to pick up all the information. The same way, why I need to let you know the situation down here is, the terahertz device has already come to Malaysia. The company has done all the research work. Basically, there are a lot of things what the company has done for us. It's not easy, but they have done it. And at the end of the day, human being like George and the other beautiful souls who took the pain of bringing that particular product to Malaysia, and then it's down here right now. So when you look at the background, there are a lot of things which has been done, but there are a lot of things we still are in the process of understanding that how this water is working. How come the water, when people are drinking, they are able to, skin diseases are able to disappear. And there are a lot of situations where people feel it's a miracle, but for me it's not at all a miracle, because by creation, by the universe, by the divine, by God, whoever it is, it's all miraculously beautiful. And it is something so synchronizingly done, and it acts so beautifully that every drop of it plays an important role. Now, saying that, in this photograph I have put a red mark on that particular person, and his name is Carlos. Now this guy is a quantum physicist, and his research is something amazing, and I'm very happy to share his photograph down here, because he is one of the directors of the Cell Wellbeing Germany, wherein it's the first company in the world to bring out the hair analysis, and with 36 scientists working all the time, and then they have one of the fastest computer. You'd have heard of octa-core, or 10 core or 20 core, but the computers what we are using in Cell Wellbeing Germany is 64 core. Is the fastest computer in the world, where it picks up information from your hair root follicle, and then able to change the algorithmic rhythm of the information into a PDF file, and then give us exactly what is your epigenetic factor deficiency, or which are the one which is creating a problem in your health. This is something amazing. So when you look at these beautiful souls in Germany, they have spent a lot of time. So our job is to pick whatever the information they are giving, and every drop plays a very important role. Now, the same way, when you look at, especially I feel I'm a microsome when compared to these beautiful souls whose contribution to this Mother Earth is magnanimous. What I am doing is very little. The same way you also will feel that you are a little fly, or a little drop in this ocean. But still, I feel, let's all join together. Let's be the little drop. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, this little drop, when you join together, it becomes an ocean. So for us to become an ocean and merge and then live in peace on this planet Earth, we all need to join together. And our focus should be, how can we help ourselves and help others as well. Now this is a very, very important role. You need to, of course, in your life, take care of yourself. You have to be a little selfish in your journey of life, but at the same time, you need to spend some time for yourself. And other than that, spend a little more time with the people around you in whatever little ways you want to help. Please go and what you say is, you can do whatever little beautiful journey from whatever possible by you. Please go and do it. Now, there are some hidden truths about water. Number one, the water has a memorizing capacity. Whereas you and me, when we went to the Tadika class, of course, we used to memorize the tables, we used to memorize the alphabets, we used to memorize the words, we used to do the memory. But in reality, when you look at the one drop of water can pick up the information from whatever your thoughts you're releasing. So in this case, this is a very beautiful sentence. In this case, the ocean would know something about the water source up in the mountain, and the mountain water also would know that this particular water is from the ocean. So it's a very beautiful thing. Only thing, you and I think that the water may not understand, but they all know what is happening. That's the way this universe has been created. Now, the water also allows for an intercommunication and transfer of information. This is something very, very beautiful. This is what these German guys, how beautifully done umpteen number of experiments. Now these experiments are proving beyond doubt that the experiments can be repeatable. See, scientific means you need to repeat it and it should have the same results, which they have done it. Now when you look at all this, there are so much of thing we all need to learn. Now, the differing thoughts could be visualized in the form of a picture. Now, this is what they see in the dark field microscope. You give a thought, then automatically it can be shown in the photograph. This Dr. 𝗕𝗓𝗡𝗚 has done immense the study in depth, and then he has amazing photograph. I think they charge around 5,000 ringgits for one photograph. If you want the water to be picturized in their laboratory, they charge around 5,000 ringgits. I think it will be a very good option that we can look into by sending the terahertz water, and then see what kind of structure it is there. I think probably the company should look into it, and then I would definitely advise and request them to do this test, wherein we will exactly know what is the molecular structure of a terahertz resonated water, and we will know exactly how beautiful is the water. Now, there is something, the last sentence, can you believe this? The water is like a mirror in various ways. Now, when you talk about water being a mirror, you as a microsome also is a mirror of another person is a mirror of you. So ultimately what happens, when the moment a person you see and you get damn angry with that particular person, it only says that just imagine that particular person is a mirror, and you go stand in front of the mirror and you get damn angry. So what happens? It means that it's not that person who is angry, should be angry. Actually, it is you have to analyze why are you angry, because there is some expectation and some things which is there in you is wrong, and then you get damn angry. So in the whole world, most of the time you get angry or you get very annoyed. All these are all nothing but your own situation in your body which you have created it. Now, whether you created it knowingly or unknowingly, if you can understand that, can you change that? So the moment you become calm and live in peace, everything you see around you becomes peaceful. This is a very important information I am sharing here. Everything falls in place the moment you attain peace within you. But in reality, most of us live in pieces, small bits of who you are. You live like that. When you live as bits of pieces of who you are, you can never attain peace in your life. It's a reality of life. You want peace, you need to combine. It's like a puzzle, you put the puzzle together, then only you can see a beautiful picture on the puzzle. Whatever, it's all small pieces, but small bits and pieces joined together, it's a beautiful picture you can make, and you can see it. In the same way, when we are all looking at every water molecule becomes a mirror. It's a beautiful way of understanding what we are, who we are. So if everything is a mirror, you have to know what you need to do, and then you change it. Now, this is another beautiful experiment I would like to explain here. What you see on the left side top is it's all the thing wherein it's called the hot dog, right? Now, these Westerners they love eating all the hot dogs, cold dogs, any dog they will eat. But this is something called hot dogs. Now, what you can see down here is this particular thing is filled with water. So what she does is takes the water and then puts it on the drops. On the right side, you can see the microscope there. She puts it around 20 drops down. The lower down, another 20 drops is what she does is she just puts her hand, breaks that particular hot dog, and then tries to eat that particular one piece of it. And then what she does is she once again picks up a few drops and then goes and puts it on the microscope. And then what happens? That's the most beautiful part is what you can see is the sausage or the hot dog sausage. What you see there on the left side is the one she didn't touch it. You can see it's a beautiful picture what you can see there of the water molecule. But on the right side, that sausage water, after she touched the water and then she put it in her mouth, what happened is you can see it's a much more stiffer. It's much more, what you say is, that's the effect of the water the moment a human being touched. Now imagine how much of beautiful situation we all need to have in our life. The moment you touch a water, it loses its original what it has to be in a very soft manner. It becomes more rigid. Now, what does it say is we human beings are living a very, very rigid kind of life. Now, if you are having millions of drops of water in your body, and that millions of drops, if it is filled with 70% of all the rigid attitude, the rigid kind of lifestyle, the rigid way of thinking, automatically your water molecule also will be having the same kind of rigidness in its water droplets. Now imagine if one droplet is rigid and it's going to communicate with the next neighbor water molecule. What will it communicate? It is rigid, the other one also will be rigid. So in that way, when you look at our path of life, the rigidness has been there built up over a period of time. It is not an overnight situation. So the same way when you look at the diseases in our journey of life, definitely all the diseases happens over a period of time. So whenever you're drinking or when someone has started drinking the steroids water, they can't expect miracles, because maybe some people will see some miracles in 1 week, 2 weeks. There are some people who may not even see any difference after drinking the water for 3-4 months. Now, where is the problem? Is it the water a problem, or is the person having a problem? I would say water has its own original way of doing things. It has its own beautiful way. The quality of water, the quality of its expression is all fantastic. It's only we human beings have to change the way we are thinking, change the way we have been living. Now, there are a lot of human beings, when you look at them, the way they run their life, it's too much micro dissection. You know, micro dissection means looking for everything, looking a reason for finding a situation, whether it's right or wrong, you know, comparing. So when you start comparing and start finding situations where you don't even know what it is. Now, what happens when you don't know? You need to learn. But by the time you learn, your life is finished. And when you start doing a lot of micro dissection, it's a waste of time and a waste of energy. At the end of the day, you don't learn anything, because someone has already did something. For example, the very simple is, you just imagine one tungsten bulb, you know, the one which you put the switch and then immediately your room gets brightened. Now, if you're a micromanagement guy, what we can do, of course, we can go find out how the bulb is working, how the tungsten filament they have made, what are the ingredients they put inside, what is the gas they fill inside the bulb, how is the glass made, all these you can do. But do you think you want to be so stupid that you want to go and find out how the bulb works and then only you want to switch the light? No, isn't it? What we do, buy the bulb, fix the bulb, switch on the light, that's it. And we move forward in our life. We use the light for our journey of life. Like that, there are a lot of things in our life we need to understand, that we don't need to go into the micro dissection or the big. The reason, because you are a microsome, you cannot be going on finding micro answers for every situation. If at all you want micro answer, you have to go and find it out, because at the end of the day, it is you who want that answer. It's from your mind. The mind is telling you, hey, do this. Can you, I think this is it. I doubt this water, you know. I don't think it's good. Automatically what happens? You feel, you express it in the form of it is not good. But I think as we are walking in our journey of life, we all need to understand what comes to you, you're destined to have it in your life. When you're destined to have it in your life, what's your problem? Take it. Why do you want to give all the different pictures about it? Of course, there are situations where we need to be very careful. We need to pick up the right, whatever the material for you. It's all good. Now, when you look at this particular slide, what are you seeing is, it's the same dark field microscope what this Dr. Bren has done, many phases of water. Can you see the glaciers water droplet, the tap water from Stuttgart, then the lake of Berlin, then the Beijing water, Tibet water? They all have different shapes, and what they are trying to tell is, the structure means there is an order beyond chaos. See, you see, human beings also, most of the time we are chaotic. This is the reality of life. I would say 80% of our population lives a very chaotic life, starting from their home and to the external, their office, and to the surrounding society. Also, they are chaotic. Everything needs to be a problem for them, and everything they want to create a problem, but they don't realize that they are creating a problem. It's a chaotic lifestyle, and when your chaotic lifestyle is there, how you expect peace within you? But you will be talking about peace all through your life, saying that peace be upon you or peace be upon someone else, whatever peace. But unless you have peace within you, you can never give peace to anybody else. Now, peace within you will come only when the pieces are joined together and as a wholesome. You as a wholesome human being, forget about who you are, from where you are born, what is your background, what is your faith, what is your religious belief. it doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, you are a beautiful human being. So what is that you want to express? You have to express the true, the creation's nature, which is love, nothing else. It's the love which is what the universe has given to you to express it, share it, and then live the life and come out. But what has happened because of the materialistic egoism, the materialistic, the craving, the greed, all this is creating a lot of problems. So if you can see one water molecule with an order of, structured way in a beautiful manner, what does it mean? We as human beings also, whatever we do in our life, we have to have a structured, proper, beautiful way of life. We need to have proper principles in life. So automatically when you have proper principles in life, everything starts falling in place. Now when a drop can have this, you are a bigger drop in this planet Earth. So a bigger drop, how you should be? You should be very structured. You should have a very beautiful methodology of living on this planet Earth. When you have all this, automatically your life journey becomes more beautiful. Everything starts falling in place. You don't need to do anything, because this universe, it will make everything happen. Just like the water from the sea, or the droplets from the sea gets evaporated, changes its structure from a water to a vapor, goes back to the clouds there, and from the clouds it comes back as rain. Once again, once it comes back as rain, it gets collected in the mountains, then starts flowing as a river. Then once again as a river, it comes down, it gets seeped into the earth and nourishes all your plants, gives water to you as well. As you're drinking the water, your existence, you're existing on this planet Earth. It happens. Now, who did all this thing that it should get vaporized, it should go up to the cloud, and then is there any switch anybody is putting down there? Nobody is doing anything. Everything is automatically done. But you and I as a human being, we have so many switches in our life. We want everything to be switched on and switched off. Even to express our love, someone has to tell you, hello boss, why are you like this? Come on, give me a little bit smile, and then, express yourself. It has to be told. But when you see as a small baby, any children for that matter, what happens? Every child will have a smile on the face. Why is that? Because they are always happy. Only thing, we human beings, the moment we grow up, we think that we know everything. We lose our identity. When you lose your identity, who you are, you don't even know who you are. That's what happens. So with this droplet of information, what the droplet is telling us is, the drops makes every sense in our life. And please consider that you need to change a lot of things on this planet Earth, so that you can become that little droplet and then probably live a life to the fullest of your life and then move forward. And this photograph, Dr. 𝗕𝗓𝗡𝗧 one, is so beautiful. The moment, what he did is a very beautiful, you say the word and then he will put it under microscope. But of course, what he he will freeze the water and then put it under microscope and then see it under the microscope. Now can you believe the word called angel? Normally the angels will have one ring on top. It's something like that. When you see the word peace, can you see that beautiful thing of white halo around that particular water molecule? And the word spirit, can you see the center of the thing, the white thing? It's something called the spirit. But the moment you say, I kill you, or you disgust me, or I don't like, can you see the water molecule? It's like smudged. When you say, hey, you are a fool, when you say you are a fool, what happens? The whole thing chaotic, the water molecule loses its structure. So the words, what you use in your life, plays a very, very important role in your life. So please use the right words. Please use the words appropriately to the situation, so that the water molecule inside your body forms a proper structure, so that whenever you are expressing, for example, if 10 water molecules has the word something like, amazing grace. Can you see that water molecule there? You go on saying that word, it's an amazing grace God has given me. It's an amazing grace that today we are all meeting here on this platform of terahertz, and amazing grace to George, amazing grace to Cindy, amazing grace to Jackie, amazing grace to Brian. Like that, you go on saying the words. What happens is, that water molecule will become like this. The moment you become that water molecule, what will happen? Automatically another person who sees you, what happens? You are a mirror, right? So what happens? This mirror is shown to the other person as the same beautiful, amazing grace. So you become graceful. So now the beauty of Dr. Imoto's research is, see, he did everything and gone. The words what you use, and now you have seen the photograph also. After seeing the photograph also, if you don't change the way you are going to talk, what is the use of seeing all this photograph, and what is the point in Dr. Imoto doing so much of research, which he has spent a lot of money, his time, his energy, everything on this research. For you and me, it's so easy. What you put in the internet, Dr. Imoto, everything comes down there. All the photographs, it's free, and you just take it out. Now what is the big deal? You see it, but you don't practice it. Life is not like that. So you need to be very, very clear in what you are doing. So every information for today, on this day, the 11th of September, when you are looking at this day, of course, there's a lot of sadness out there in US, because on the 11th of September was the Twin Tower brought down. You know, it did happen in 2001. But when you look at, we have already passed 20 years of our journey as a human being, and many souls would have passed away in these 20 years. But at the end of the day, you are alive, I am alive on this platform here. So what's the beauty? The beauty is, our job is to, can we make this life more beautiful? It is possible by you, because everything is within your reach, and everything is in your hands for you to change. So when you're looking at change at the droplet situation. Now this is all very common. The information, you all know this very well, that the earth is covered by water 3/4, and then our body is also covered with water by 70%. This is all beautiful information. You and I know that. So what's a big deal? We need to start at the micro level, drop level, that is at the cellular level. When you look at the cellular level, you want to change anything, it has to start from the cellular level. It doesn't work when you are going to look at the third level, which is the organs, and as a full human being. But most of the time, you build a house, and then you would be going on changing the outer coloring and all thing. It looks nice, but the basement, if it is not strong enough, how are you going to the building? The building will crash down. The same way, our health also plays so important role, that your cell has to be strong. So you need to give, it's not just drinking water alone you're going to achieve some great results of health. It is a part of life. Even though the 70% of the water in our body is important, if you can create the 70% of water with proper nutrition, good enough. If the same 70% of water with good thoughts, positive thoughts, the words what you use is very positive, what will happen to the 70% of the water in your body? It becomes a beautiful expression. So what happens? When at the same expression, you will be a healthy person, you will be a lovable person, everybody sees you, will feel like coming and spending some time with you. So all this will happen because you changed at the droplet level. Now can you understand why did I give the title as droplet communication? People would have been wondering, hey, this doctor has something gone wrong. He is giving droplet communication. But it's all information I'm picking up from the universe. It's not that I created it. I don't create anything, because I am a droplet in this beautiful vast ocean of universe. I am just a droplet. So what can I know? Even my brain, if you see, it's a drop. When you look at the universe, is a bigger brain. So when you're looking at that, it's all there. So what I am doing, you also can do it, and you also can achieve the same beautiful thing by starting today, being a droplet, but being a sensible droplet, being a sensible human being, with giving the information to the droplet in a most appropriate manner. And water plays such an important integral part of our life and our body. So you need to drink water, whether you like it or not. You need to drink. How many liters of water? It is a very simple calculation. Is you need to multiply your weight into 42. That's it. Very simple. Then the amount of water you're going to drink per day will come automatically. So drink that sufficient amount of water. You want to drink more water, it's still okay. But what will happen is, when you need to drink more water, and do what? You want to create miracles within a short span of time and drinking more water. Why do you want to? It's like telling your body, the body has got 70% of water. Now you are coming and telling me, hey doc, I want 90% of water in my body. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. Your 70% is 70%. Why do you want to change it into 90%? It doesn't make sense. So when you have been told that this is the amount of water you're supposed to drink, why are you drinking more water and creating more problem for your kidneys, your heart, your lungs? Everything is feeling the pressure because you're drinking more water. Unless you're talking about living in a climate where it's too hot and you don't have aircon and you need to drink more water. Dehydration is very common, so you need to drink more water. That is a different situation. Now, drinking the appropriate amount of water with the right properties plays a very, very important role. Now, the same way, you need to have the right thinking, you need to have the right appropriate time to express yourself. All these plays a very important role, just like drinking the appropriate water, and the molecular structure can assist you. Now when I say molecular structure, as you saw in the water molecular Dr. Emoto's one, when you say I love you, it's a hexagon beautiful shaped water molecule. The structure plays a very important. Do you want a chaotic structure or you want a structured? That's why it is called structured water. When you look at terahertz, it is a structured water. Why? Because there is no chaos there. Everything is in order. When everything is in order, it has to do the work orderly, right? Only problem with every one of us is the chaotic mind. When you have a chaotic mind, definitely you will not understand the beauty of being a structured, disciplined, and orderly manner. It's something very beautiful, and it goes well. Now what is all about drinking this water? What happens is your body has to heal by itself. This is what is the true nature. It has to heal by itself. Have you ever seen the beautiful plants there? You cut down the trees, after some day you see the new plant will start growing from the branch or the stem which you have already cut. From the below it will go. You think the tree will be blaming you, saying that this fellow came and cut all me, now I cannot do anything, I don't have shade, cannot breathe in properly. You think the tree is going to talk like that? No, the tree will start growing once again. Now this is the nature. Whereas you and me, something happens, like COVID has become a biggest news in this universe, where everybody is talking about COVID and complaining about COVID and talking about the virus, talking about the rituals, what you want to do, wash your hands, all this has been happening and happening and happening. But at the end of the day, what? You still are living. People out there who don't even have money to buy the mask, they are also still living. Who don't even have money to buy food, they are still living. It's there. Now what is your problem? All our situation is there's a lot of things chaotic in the mind. So that chaos has to be taken out and proper order has to come. What is the order? You are living today. Today is the right day for you to live. Now what is your job? Live for today. Be happy for today. Create a positive molecule of water, the droplet of molecule of positivity in your life. If you can help someone, please help someone. But if you cannot help someone, it's still okay. Be quiet. Don't complain. Don't compare. Do not give your comments. Nobody is asking for it. Whether you like it or not, everybody will live their own life. Saying that water being an integral part of it, what is the big deal about the water drinking? It does its own function. What are the beautiful functions of this beautiful terahertz water? Is it carries oxygen, it carries nutrients to the cells of our body, it allows the body to absorb and assimilate your minerals, vitamins, amino acids, glucose and other substances. Water flushes out the toxins and waste products. Water helps to regulate the body temperature. Other function like moisturizing of your eyes, your mouth, lubricates your joint, digestion. Can you believe one water can do so many functions? Same way, you as one droplet in this ocean, you can also do many things in life, multiple things in life. You are a multifaceted, beautiful being on this planet Earth with all the power in you. You can do many things. It's like a multitasking. You can always say multitasking. You can do that. So from today onwards, start being a beautiful droplet of beautiful living being with all the qualities of goodness in you. Bring it out. Now, terahertz resonator has been there here in Malaysia for almost 1.5 to 2 years, and the company is almost 1 year celebrated the birthday. Now, the terahertz has been used in many areas, right from aviation to the mobile phones to the medical devices to the customs. But our company picked up Out of that, it picked up from the water. It said, okay, fine, water is going to be the basis of the whole world. Let us resonate water. So they did all the research and done, and they brought out this instrument to resonate the water with the terahertz. Now, when you look at the molecule on the left side, it's all, totally bigger and clumps. It's all clumped together. When it is clumped together, what happens? Definitely, it cannot penetrate into a particular windows of your cell or the doors of your cell. Now, when you're looking at that, our terahertz water has got a linear arrangement of molecules. So when it is linear arrangement of molecules, what happens? The journey of each molecule is more easier to penetrate inside your cell. It's something amazing. Order. It's all structured, something like structured water. When you have a structured water, the penetration is much easier. And aquaporins are the water gates for our water molecule. So the basic, our water molecule should, our size of the water molecule, if it's between 50 to 60 hertz, is good enough. But our terahertz is 7.6, is amazingly very, very small. So penetration is much easier. I'm not going to go into the details of all this. Definitely it's a low frequency. Living cells resonate at the same level. Can you see the brain cells? All these are all, between that range. Now, anything above the normal range of 15 and above, what happens is there's a little bit of chaotic. In brainwaves especially, anything above 18, you lose your wisdom. You lose your sense of basically differentiating between the good and the bad. So what happens if, example, you're vibrating or your frequency is around 25 cycles per second, definitely you will not be able to think rightly and act appropriately. For example, when you're in a traffic light, the red signal is there, you're supposed to be waiting until the green signal. But if your brainwaves is functioning anything above 18, means let's assume around 25 to 30, is going at a very high speed, what the mind will tell you is, hey, no police is there, you can jump the signal, and then you will jump the signal and go. Now, if you are lucky enough, there are no other traffic coming there, you are lucky that you are saved. But imagine if another green signal and that vehicle is coming at a very high speed and you are jumping the signal, what will happen? You are not only creating a problem for yourself, you are creating a problem for the other person who is actually rightfully driving through the green signal. He is on the right direction. Now, this is the most beautiful things where we human beings do all the wrong things at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and we expect the right results. This is a human nature because your mind is so chaotic. We have to change. So now what happens is, when you're looking at the water with a low frequency, the transformation of information is much more easier. I mean, one cell to another cell, they can speak, they communicate, right? So when the water molecules are smaller, it's much more easier, they are much more friendlier. And definitely with the low frequency, it can remove all the harmful effects of the magnetic radiation, your mobile phones. Now these studies, they have already done with our terahertz water, wherein it's an anti-radiation, antifungal, antibacterial, all this they have already clinically done in a laboratory. Now if you're looking at the clinical study in a hospital, it's still not done. So probably it will take some time for us to even give it to the patients and probably do a research and then get more information on what are the effects of the water for a particular disease. So all these needs a lot of funding and a lot of time needs to be spent on that. But as of now, if you and I can get this water and we are drinking this water and we are getting the benefit, so we should utilize it. But of course, I would say that there might be some souls, beautiful souls, who are in the eagerness of drinking this water will face some issues which may be favorable or unfavorable to them. But at the end of the day, you can give it a try by taking little quantities so that your body gets adapted to it, and then you should be able to move forward. I don't think that by drinking this water, the person is going to have a lot of problems. But if you're already having some diseases, that is a problem now. If you have a disease for 10 years or 15 years and you're going to drink this water, if something like a reaction happens, what reaction means, what I say is your body is reacting. It's not the water is reacting. You're drinking the water, your body is not able to metabolize that particular water. So that's how the reactions might be a little different. Like uric acid. you know, it'll all bring it out from your tissues and then put it in your blood, and you check your blood will be probably high uric acid. But there are a lot of other reasons why your uric acid is very high. So it's a situation where we need to go much more deeper. Now there's a lot of good things, like if you look at the 7.8 frequency, it's been research has been done to enhance the cell viability and inhibit the tumor growth. Now this is where a lot of cancer patients after drinking 𝗏𝗏 water would have had the benefit. Probably the tumor has come down, they feel more healthy, and when they go for a chemotherapy or radiotherapy, it's more easier for them to get out of that whatever the post radiation or the post chemotherapy effect. So there are a lot of good things about this. The hydrogen bonding between your water molecule, it can open up. When it opens up, what happens? The water becomes more active, your BMR increases. So there are a lot of good benefits wherein you can resonate your milk, resonate your oil. There are a lot of things you can do, get the benefit out of it. Now just a glimpse of H3O2. Many of us, we do know H2O, but when you're talking about easy water, Dr. Palak, what he has done is, easy water is something wherein it has an additional hydrogen bonding to the oxygen down there. So it is called H3O2. Now the biggest benefit what he noticed was this particular easy water. When you mix up all the bacteria or the viruses, if it is there in the water, and this water becomes a easy water, all the organism starts moving away from that particular water. So that means it gets split and then moves away. So this water becomes clean. So the easy water is much cleaner, much higher vibration, wherein the penetration is much. So you all can go and get more information on this easy water. And you know, ultimately is information, you pick it up, and then at the end of the day, when you are drinking water, you should understand that your mind, which creates the thought, your thoughts vibration, it actually plays a very important role in your one droplet of molecule of water in your body. So every drop of water in your body, you create positivity, things will be much more better. So at the end of the day, the benefits of drinking the resonated water is, you know, it hydrates, you know, assists optimal absorption, normalizes circulatory system, your blood thinning can be done with this, supports antioxidant effects, supports our vital biofield communication, means our energy fields. Now it supports the optimization of nutrients and vitamins. Now displays antibacterial, like this. There are a lot of beautiful benefits when you're drinking this resonated. Only thing is, we can't go and see it inside in our body how it is functioning, but there are a lot of good benefits. Now who is responsible for all this? It's the creation of your body, which is so beautiful that you won't understand in this lifetime. Sometime I would say you need many lives for you to understand this beautiful body, how it works and the way it functions, how your mind functions. You have to you know, be born many times for you to understand this. But if you can understand this in this life itself, is the most beautiful gift you are giving for your birth. Of course, as a doctor, we don't claim anything that this is a medical device or you know, this particular water is given for this particular treatment, because we are waiting for all the clinical studies to be done, which might happen in the next few years. Until then, this water is a normal water you're drinking, and then you get the benefit. Is beautiful. Now what is that you want to take back home? The take back home message is very simple. Always we are a microsome in this planet Earth. We are a microsome, and you have to remove all your ego, and the droplet communication is the key to peace. You want peace, you need to communicate. Be it your friend, be it your people around you, you need to communicate. Now communicate with what? Communicate with the right words, communicate with the right thoughts, communicate with the right actions, you know, your behavior. All this has to be there in your communication. Now when you look at the droplet, this is where I put the heading as droplet communication. Droplet is one drop, that's it. Now when you can put many droplets and then combine it with your journey, everything becomes a beautiful journey. So message for this whole week is, do your best and leave the rest. And we know the beginning, but we don't know where we are going back. We don't know. So don't dissect yourself like a micromanagement and then, you know, get confused. You don't have to do it. Blend with the macro and life is more easier. And being a macro, give the micro always, you know, this is something. Even though you are a macro, You can be a micro by giving a little help, the little words of wisdom, the little words of love. All these are all micro, but that can change many people's life. Saying that, this is a very beautiful platform. I'm very thankful. I've completed my 41st whatever episode on this droplet communication. So you're all beautiful souls, divine souls, and you are a macrosome. I am a microsome. Saying that, with this beautiful journey, I wish to conclude my episode on droplet of communication. Thank every beautiful soul who have been wishing me continuously from yesterday, because I think they all came to know that it's my birthday on the 6th of this month. The wishes have been flowing. Thank you very much, and bless you all in abundance. And let's all work together, walk together, and then achieve something. That let's be one droplet of I would say purpose. Let's all live a life of purpose, being that one drop to create the ocean. Thank you very much.
Recording stopped.